guess it won't let me. I guess it won't let me rotate it the way I want to rotate it. Hold up, man. I guess it won't let me rotate it the way I want to rotate that joint. For real, for real. Oh, that's wild. That's crazy. It's all good. Peace and wellness to the family, man. I want to invite y'all into my personal space, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little early too. Sorry, we could do a little pregame. I ain't gonna take up a whole lot of y'all time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take up a whole lot of y'all time at all. For real, man. I really just wanted to get on here, see how everybody's year been starting off. How everybody's been feeling about this new beginning in the Western Hemisphere. How everybody's feeling within. You know, me personally, man. Know a lot of people around me been going through a lot of different things, man, and some devastating things. And I'm just grateful to be able to be here for them in their time of need, man, because I know how it is, man. I know how it be. I know how it be, man. It gets real. It gets hard. It gets difficult, especially when you don't got no family. You don't have nobody that really loves you. And then more importantly, when you're learning how to properly love yourself, when you learn how to properly love yourself and be more aware of how you're loving on yourself and how to love yourself and not be careless with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just grateful to be able to be there for them. You know, even though I'm going through my own internal battles. I'm going through my own, mental battles. You know what I'm saying? Mental on the mental battlefield, with mental alchemy and releasing thoughts and understanding and keeping close to my ways of healing. You know what I'm saying? Keeping close to those ways and strategies. You know what I'm saying? We'll say that's for another time though, because I had somebody ask me about that too. So I'm definitely gonna do a live about that. But I wanted to invite y'all into my space, man, because it's something that I do that keeps me. It always seems to, when I wake up, it seems to shift me into the right direction with my meditation and my thought patterns. If I can bring myself to do this in remembrance to do this, and beyond all the mental chatter that I already have going on. So with having a whole lot of mental chatter going on, trying to fight through that, in the morning, that's when your cortisol levels are the highest. So like that's the stress hormone, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the hormone. Like that's, making your adrenals go crazy, you know what I'm saying? And you fighting through that, fighting through the grips of your bed, not feeling like you wanna get up. But once you get up and get to moving, you're like, damn, I'm glad I did that. But you gotta get past the initial not wanting to get up, not feeling like you have a purpose to get up, not feeling it for the day, being exhausted from being up late the day prior, you know. So, basically, let me show y'all what I got going on. Let me see. So I wake up and I salute the vision board. I salute the vision board, yo. Right here. It's my vision board right here. So when I get up, I look at different certain things that I have written on my vision board, put my mind back on purpose. On purpose. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be purposeful about your life. So what's one thing I got up here? I'm from random. Thought I got love is powerful. Facebook diary of thoughts, manifested true self-love, um, herbal therapy, self-health care system, knowledge of health, self-investment strategies. Focus on what's going right. Dealing with dealing with issues on a spiritual level. Dealing with your problems on a spiritual level. Um, when I read these things on my vision board, it centers me back into what it is I have embodied moving forward in my life. And sometimes we can lose grip of that because we're we're caught up in mental chatter, we're caught up in things that can get us off of what we're meant to be doing in a sense of our destiny. Because waking up in that you're in that theta mind, you're in that theta mind place when you first wake up, like right in between like your conscious and subconscious when you first wake up. So that's when you're the most influenced too, you know? So like reading something like that, like a trigger phrase, work on impulsive decision making. That's a big one for me. So when I see that, boom, I see that in the morning, boom. All right, that brings me back. It brings me back to who I am. Because I always didn't know who I was. I didn't always have an idea of knowing who I was. You know, there was a time, there was a time when I was thinking about moving and relocating I was thinking about, I pretty much think about, I really, I was beginning to lose hope. I had a deep feeling of hopelessness. I didn't feel like there was anything here for me. I didn't feel like there was anything here for me anymore. And I needed to relocate to pursue a better opportunity for myself. And I was thinking about that, and I was I even I even went one summer and I went and worked before I started my business. I went and worked for a summer up where my mom is up in New England. You know, I just went up there and worked for a summer because she lives in like a tourist attraction type of demographic, and I went up there in that area and I worked. You know, because I was thinking about actually relocating to find some type of better opportunity for myself, switch the environment, and just start, you know, from a new beginning and really start a new life. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was about to do. Because I thought that would be the best decision that I could make for me and my kids to be a better father and to moving forward and to creating an opportunity that can be more lucrative for me and I could be a better provider and things of that nature. So when I did that, and when I was thinking like that, I remember I was going through the motions still of, you know, I had I still had my epiphany. I had an awakening where like, you know, I said today is gonna be the day that I changed my life. I started self-sharing, not understanding that I was actually making a way for myself and finding my mission here. But before I found my mission here, which is supreme well-being, I was greatly considering relocating and going somewhere else to find another opportunity that that I found here. But before I found it here, I was looking for it outside of here. And that's kind of what we do within ourselves. Like before we find it here, we're looking outside of ourselves for answers when they're all inside. So anyway, when I was thinking like that, the more I was moving towards making that decision, the more it was being revealed to me of my mission and purpose here. The more supreme well-being was beginning to unfold. The more I was beginning to understand my assignment here with personal development, herbal treatment, preventative medicine, wellness coaching, and servicing others. So within doing that, what happened was in the midst of me not knowing or finding meaning or trying to find meaning in life and trying to find purpose in life when I actually was almost for certain that my purpose was outside of here. I had to leave here. And in those moments I was thinking I had to leave here to go find my opportunity. When I was thinking like that the whole time, the opportunity was coming to find me. My opportunity was finding me. And think about that for a second. The opportunity was coming to find me, and the opportunity was finding me. The opportunity was finding me. Opportunities found me, and the opportunity presented itself to finding me, finding myself, which was very deep. And I became very determined within. I started working out, started going out, sun bathing, um, training with my son, working out. I started getting heavily into self investment, investing back into myself, sharing more with my son about my life. There are some mysterious parts of my life that he might have didn't know that I wanted him to know. I started sharing those things with him, working out with him, doing a lot of different things with him, getting more resilient in being a father, getting more resilient in having an impact in my kids' lives. With doing that and practicing integration as time moved forward, because I didn't like I was telling y'all I wasn't going to move, but then I found Supreme Wellbeing. I found it Supreme Wellbeing, started a whole entrepreneurship journey, which put me on a whole spiritual journey, which turned me into more of a whole different person with finding new things about myself, utilizing these new skills that I always had that I didn't utilize in the innovative ways that I do now. I got really deep into this journey. I got really deep into this my entrepreneurship journey. And because I found purpose. And I found purpose. I found purpose right at a time where I thought all was lost. And anybody that knows when you find purpose in a time that when you feel that all is lost, that's a feeling that you'll never forget. So now moving forward, when I feel like I have thoughts of giving up or thoughts of, oh, this is not working out, or I wonder why it's not going the way this is going on. Why did I fail on this? And I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I always go back to that time. I always go back to that time when I thought that me moving was going to solve my problems, when I thought that the opportunity was out there. But somehow, some way, this this calling, this vision came to me, and I started this business out of a thought of inspiration, of revelation, of the self-evolution that I was going through within by way of being at that time vegan, 4 years, 3, 4 years. And I started manifesting my business out of my own existence and made a mission here. Made a mission here, which was already preordained for me. The mission was already here for me, right? So with going through that mission here at a time where I was thinking that I had to leave, no, so now I'm in it. Now I'm in the mission. Now I'm living, I'm embodying the mission. I'm working the machine. I'm using different innovative business strategies to grow the business, to branding, to service more people, to get more eyeballs on the business, et cetera, leads, all these different things that I'm learning about myself and entrepreneurship. But even within doing these things, I have to go back to that time when I thought all was lost and I had no idea what a supreme well-being was, to refine that purpose, to keep myself grounded, because I don't sometimes feel that the direction is clear because of the obstacles that I have to go through upon finding this newfound purpose. Why did I find this purpose? Why did this purpose find me? Why am I on this path? Not saying that everything was going to be smooth, but why is it going like this if this really is truly what I'm supposed to be doing? Yeah, I know nobody said it was going to be any obstacles. Yet and still, it seems maybe I hit a ceiling. Maybe the ceiling that I hit, can't go any further than where what I'm destined to go. And whatever's next, everything that I did within Supreme Well-Being prepared me for that. So I'm grateful for it all. And I'm speaking to those that are at a point in their life to where they understand who they are more by way of something that they founded, by way of something that found them. They embodied it. It gave them meaning in life. It gave them a true purpose. And they answered the call. And they grew. And they evolved into this person. And then now it's like, what's next? What are the next steps? And this is why I go here. Precognitive feelings and visions. Self-disciplinary science program. These are all random thoughts on my vision board. Inward advance, inward-based curriculum that focuses on using self-development as a tool and developing it into skill. Holistic habits that leads to productive activities. This is the foundation and the principles that I made for my life. This is what defines who I am. This is what I have found that keeps me grounded, along with my sound bowl, prayer rug. You got to find and define your own principles in your life. Set these principles and these values very deep inside of yourself, because you never know what you're starting. You never know what is going to come next into your lifetime to totally shift and take you to the next level, which is why I will never doubt any possibility that's gonna come into my life. Because I remember when I was waking up on my baby mother's couch, not knowing what was next, not knowing what was I gonna do, but something in my mind shifted for me to say, enough is enough. I'm about to take it to the next level. I'm about to totally and drastically change my life. And once you know you're capable of that, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. Now, I've had to turn down my spiritual ego a bit. Absolutely. I've had to tone down my spiritual ego a bit, which is why I listen a lot more. I tone down my spiritual ego. I'm able to look at things from a perspective of that person and put my perception aside, because ultimately it doesn't matter. By me listening, I can learn more from that person and myself about how good I can listen and hear them, and just immerse myself into finding solutions or help finding solutions for that individual. Because finding solutions for that individual, it helps me find self solutions for myself. Being a solutionist for self. It's okay when you're on the adventure and you're at a place of what's next. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. This is why I wanted to do a live right here in my bed. When I see, look here, I got show y'all some jewel right here. If you don't have this book, The Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingale. This is a classic. This is a classic if you're trying to bring your thoughts into your possession. This book right here is a short read. Uh, Earl really gets down and dirty in that joint. That's a foundational book right there. For real. I find this book right here really interesting. The Power of the Now. Very, very good book. Quantum Healing. I keep these books by my bed. This was a gift to me right here. The Master Key System. Shout out to Oliver for gifting me this book. I haven't began to get into it all the way. I read a couple pages, but seems like a real jewel here. Shout out to Oliver for that. But currently, I've been engulfed in this. Deepak Chopra. This guy right here is a beast. Ageless body, timeless mind. Ageless body, timeless mind. This right here has me going a bit. It talks a lot about just biohacking, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the biochemistry of the body is a product of awareness. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest limitations of the old paradigm was the assumption that a person's awareness does not play a role in explaining what is happening in his body. Come on, man. Come on, man. He get to it by way of raising the awareness and raising of the consciousness. That's why I say the first step to raising of the consciousness is the eating of live foods. Because once you become more aware, you become more aware of what you're putting into your body. So you're gonna display a whole nother level of self-love by putting things that are gonna feed your cells, not take away from them. So you're gonna try to find the best foods, the best liquids, the best water with electrolytes, fruit, water from fruit. You're gonna find the best products, no processed food. You're gonna want to find these things regardless if they cost more than $1 off the dollar menu in McDonald's, because you know that the value of the investment that you put in your body is worth more than anything on this world. That's the raising of the awareness And we call it awareness because you can say this to somebody and they could hear you and they could be listening to you, but then their awareness will not allow them to apply the information into knowledge by using it into their life because they don't have the awareness. They haven't arrived at the place to where awareness can heighten with them so they can utilize it. What you're saying to them. And a lot of it is because they're putting limitations. They're putting on what on their awareness, and what they're putting in their body is biochemically breaking them down to where they probably can't, cognitively they can't take in what you're saying to them because it's too much for them. They're not ready for it, and also too, people don't want anything to do with discipline, refraining, overcoming, using discipline to overcome and refraining from different things to become the person, to become the person, to become the person. Dot 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 dot. Because most of us don't have the awareness to know that they should become a person. They don't have a feeling to constantly be growing or working towards something because their awareness is here. It's not here, it's low. So when your awareness is low, you're subjected to be directed to anything that the outside influence has to direct you in. That's your awareness. Your awareness is however much that instructor or instruction or influence is taking you. That's as far as your awareness goes. It's all good though, man. We're gonna keep biohacking. We're gonna keep feeding ourselves. We're gonna keep feeding ourselves self-love. I love ourselves. And I remember I got some new stuff coming up, man. I got some new things coming up. And I remember it was a time where I didn't love myself, yo. I didn't know how to properly love myself. And be honest, I'm still paying for it. Still paying for it. It's a huge price to pay, man. That's why you gotta love yourself. Remember that. Always love yourself because it's a huge price to pay when you don't. And you could keep on paying it. Could keep on paying the due for you not loving you the way that you should love you. For real, y'all. Appreciate y'all chilling with me, man, talking with me. Peace and wellness to the family.